BRUNSKILL Last updated 1541, August 3, 2018. Kelly Phelps has rescued some 35,000 chickens from a hole in the ground. It's a bright morning as Kelly Phelps prepares to head out from her small holding in Mamaku on her last ever rescue run. With her three small dogs, Ted, Bella, and Moobie Lou, at her feet, she packs the back of the ute with straw to make the journey more comfortable for the 100 or so hens she is off to collect. Elyria and Theresa Matthes, two German wwoofers, have piled in for the mission. Two rescued hens arrive at their new home. Their destination is a farm switching from battery cages to free range near Putaruru. Read more. Conditions at Tegel Chicken Farm shockingly normal, as video of deformed chick surfaces. The brief life of a meat chicken. The story of NZ's roadside roosters. Menacing chickens are crossing the road, but no one is laughing. The owner has welcomed Phelps' work rescuing many of their end of layers from being buried in the ground. One of the free-range chickens at the farm near Putaruru. As the troop pulls up to the farm, Phelps is directed to the shed housing their last 24 battery hens. They come out, pale, thin, almost bald, dangling upside down from their legs. They peer about before being loaded into the back of the ute. "I don't like the way they carry them out," Phelps says later, "but it is what it is." German woofer Elyria with a rescued hen. "We don't carry them like that. We treat them like they should be treated once we get them." Her second stop is a few meters away at the free-range shed to collect 80 doomed end of layers. Throughout New Zealand, hens from large-scale farms are culled around 18 months of age, whether they are farmed organically, free-range or in cages. Their egg production decreases in tandem with their lifespan. The contrast in appearance between the free-range and the battery hens is stark. The free-rangers look like the chooks from children's books about life on a farm, the caged ones do not. At modest haul of just over 100 hens today. Phelps' largest run since setting up Free as a bird rescue in 2014 was 380 birds in one day. In total, she's rescued 35,000. The idea is to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome end-of-lay hens. Inspired by the 2008 campaign by British chefs Jamie Oliver and Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall that exposed the horrors of battery farming and encouraged consumers to choose higher welfare products, Phelps decided to find out what was happening in her own backyard. It began with a visit to a poultry farm. She wasn't impressed and rescued her first 20 hens then and there. It started with one farm, but by the end of the first year Phelps was rescuing from farms as far away as Napier and the Bay of Plenty. She'd pay between $2 and $10 a bird, handing over a wad of cash on the day. A few weeks' recovery would follow before hens found a new home via the Free as a Bird Facebook page and website. Back on the rescue mission, Phelps arrives home and examines each bird for worms, lice, and mites. Some will need their nails trimmed, others need growths removed and antibiotic injections. Stress causes the caged birds to peck at themselves as well as each other, resulting in feather loss. Phelps has seen birds in much worse condition than these. Yet not all of them can be rehomed, some are so far gone that Phelps ends up adopting them. Eyebrows, for instance, was one of the originals. She was among the first hens rescued and her name refers to her physical state at the time. The few feathers she had were clustered above her eyes. She became one of Phelps' favorites until her death last year. El Gato, meaning the cat in Spanish, came later and seemed to cheat death, hence the name. The chuck was raised in a large commercial battery farm and was rescued from a truck filled with dead and dying hens. Many were still fighting to survive after going through the process of electrocution and neck twisting. El Gato was the worst of the bunch, her jaw half hanging down, gasping in shock. Phelps and her husband set her jaw, glued a splint with super glue, and hand-fed her for a couple of weeks. To their surprise, she recovered. Now, a couple of years later, Elgato is still laying eggs. She's a stroppy little witch, Phelps says, affectionately, definitely the top of the pecking order, as the run at home base fills up with tentative hens exploring their new environment. Scrawny and featherless brown shavers wander around in apparent confusion. Elgato knows the feeling. She's used to teaching the new arrivals how to be hens, showing them the way to the coop at night, and how to work the feeders. The wwoofers are especially looking forward to the evening when they'll head out with torches to put the new arrivals to bed. Phelps reckons it takes the hens a couple of weeks to make the conscious effort to go into the hen house at night, rather than hiding in a corner somewhere. At any one time in New Zealand there are about 3.2 million egg-laying hens, of which an estimated 70% are caged in either battery or colony systems. In December 2012, the government released a new animal welfare code for layer hens that bans the standard battery cage from 2022. In place of battery cages, farmers can use colony cage systems which allow hens slightly more space, and provide the animals with more opportunities to display their normal behaviors such as perching, nesting and scratching. This transitional time is one in which Phelps hopes farmers will choose to go cage-free, and opt for alternatives such as barn or free-range, rather than adopting the new colony cage system. Phelps' passion for animals is clear, but her skills used to be in a different field. 7 years ago she worked in banking until a riding accident left her with a head injury. It was a huge factor in her life, leading her to choose a different career path. After the head injury, any pressure and stress caused migraines and blackouts. I needed to focus on something that would give me a bit of peace, Phelps says. Free as a Bird has given her that, and the drive to move in a new direction, as she looks forward to beginning studies in veterinary nursing in 2019. The rescue work has absorbed her life for the last 4 years, with little time for socializing, or holidays, and with an all-expenses-paid trip to Japan to look forward to, which her husband won at work. Phelps will end her mission days on a high note. He has since handed over the reins to Aisha Lichtwark. The Ngaruawahia woman had already been rescuing hens from her local North Waikato battery farm when Phelps' post, advertising for someone to take over Free as a Bird rescue, came through her newsfeed. Phelps' rescue mission days are now over, but Lichtwark's are just beginning. Marie Brunskill is a Wintec journalism student. Stuff.